5. All right. That's Trevor. All right. Let's start with one-step equations. These are at the top of your packet. This is what you did the Ed puzzle on yesterday, okay? Now, tell me this. If I want to, let's talk before we do this, and you might want to write these over to the side, about opposite operations. If you want to undo addition, Max, what's the opposite of addition? Subtraction. So if I want to undo addition, then I have to use subtraction, right? Yeah. Chris, what is the opposite of multiplication? Dividing or division. So if I want to get rid of multiplication, I need to use division. Everybody okay? All right. These things will get rid of or cancel things out. Tell me this also. If I have an equation, something equals something, and I need to get rid of something on this side, say I need to subtract something over here, what do I have to do to the other side? Subtract the same thing, right? We always think about it being balanced. I always think about scales. And if you take something away from this side, you have to take it away from this side. Or if you add something to this side, you have to add it to this side. So whatever we do to one side, we have to do to the other. Think golden rule, right? Do it to one side. Y'all said yeah, and you don't even know what I'm talking about. All right. Oh, the whole stinking board turned on. Boy, this side of the room's bad. No, wait, not. That's not. You put me over here, though. Actually, I was honestly with the yesterday. I was actually with his wife. Keep up with your packet because your packet's going to be a major grade with your test. So the two of them will make up your major grade for the unit. I got the other one. It's going in too. So make sure you keep up with it. All right, so let's look at some one-step equations. You have 4 different ones up here at the top. The first one, m plus 12 equals 10. If I want to solve this for m and get m all by itself, what do I need to do? Subtract 12. Why are you subtracting? That's the opposite of addition, and that's going to get rid of it. And so if I subtract 12 here, I've got to do it to the other side. Write this down. Write this down on your packet. Turn around, Chris. Turn around. Jose doesn't need you right there. All right, some of you learned solving equations with a line down the middle like that so that you keep the sides separated. All right, it cancels here. So m equals, what's 10 minus 12? Negative 2. And use your calculator, guys. Don't try to do it on your own if you don't know the answer. Use the calculator, okay? All right. Does it matter? Does it matter where the variable is? Jose. No, it does not matter what side the variable's on because I can switch sides up. Who's at the door? I can switch the sides up or I can leave them as is. What right now, what is hooked to G that I need to get rid of? The negative 9. How do I get rid of that? What do I do? I'm going to add 9. That's exactly right. I'm going to add 9. Now, when I add it here, I need to jump over to the other side and add it over here as well. Yes? All right. 9's cancel. What is negative 2 plus 9? 7, right? Guys, I need you with me. This is important. Everyone in here should be writing this on your packet. This is a major grade. Okay? All right, and this is an easy major grade. You keep up with it, you get a major grade. All right. Look at number 3. Look at number 3. Negative 7y. Now look, I don't see an operation in here. Tell me what that means. Multiplication. Does everybody agree? This is negative 7 times y, right? What undoes multiplication? Division. Okay, good job. So I can just come over here and divide both sides by negative 7. You agree? This should be kind of a review from, is what? That's okay. Is this what? This question 3. Use your calculator. What does y equal? $13. Okay. Anybody confused so far on one step? All right. Look at number 4. Yeah. I didn't subtract, I divided. So because dividing cancels it, these cancel out and just leave me y. When you divide, the opposite of multiplication is division. By dividing by 7, it cancels them out, and it only leaves that y right there left. Yep. All right, Max says he knows the answer for 4. Before you tell us the answer, Max, tell me what is being done to A right now. But what, tell me what, read that equation to me. A divided by 9 equals 4. So what's the opposite of divided by? Multiplied. Not negative 4. Careful. You're getting ahead of yourself. You multiply by what? By 9. That's exactly right. That's what I know. You were just getting ahead of yourself. All right, look. If I multiply by 9, that cancels these out. Yes? That leaves me with A equals, what's 4 times 9? 36. And there's a negative there, right? So negative 36. That is a review from prior, right? There are some fractions on here. If you start... Some of y'all talking while I am. That's so rude. All right. Look at number 5. Tell me this. Okay, so it seems that way, right? Because I'm multiplying by 2/3. Do you agree? 2/3 times x. But I don't want to divide by a fraction because gross, right? You see that little snippet over there to the side? Fractions. To get rid of a fraction, multiply by the, does anybody know? You're close. You multiply, it's a big fancy word, and I'm going to tell it to you because you may see reciprocal. What does, that's okay, you're really close. But what does reciprocal mean? Good job. Flip it. That's all it means. Reciprocal, boys, did y'all hear that? Because y'all were talking, so you might not have heard it. Reciprocal means flip. That's all it means. Everybody say reciprocal with me. Again, reciprocal. Oh, y'all left me hanging on that one. Say it with me. Reciprocal. Okay? That will come up on EOC, that wording. So I want to make sure you understand that. And reciprocal just means flip. What is the reciprocal of 2/3? 3 over 2, or 3 halves, right? So, to get rid of this, all I have to do is multiply it by the reciprocal. Now, if I do it to one side, Chris, I got to do it what? To the other. So now I got to come over here and do 3 over 2. Now, these cancel out. Remember, that was why I did that. I did that so they cancel out. But now looking at the right-hand side, what is 10 times 3 over 2? How do you multiply fractions? Put a 1, and now it's what? Close. 30 over 2. It's top times top, bottom times bottom. That's when there's an equal sign in the middle. Okay? So now that it's 30 over 2, what's 30 divided by 2? What if I wanted to check my work? What could I do to check my work? Plug it in. Replace the x with 15 and see if it works. So take out your calculator. Who's got a question? Who was that? Max, what's your question? Why are you snitching, bro? That means you're excited and you got it, right? Okay. All right. Let's keep going. Look at number 7. Negative 6 over 5k equals 12. Trevor, what should I do? You're lost? A little lost? No, I'm going to let you do 6 and 8 by yourself. Maddie, what you think? Multiply by the reciprocal, because if I ever multiply by a fraction, to get rid of it, I multiply by its reciprocal, right? What is the reciprocal of negative 6 over 5? Negative 5 over 6. Does it matter which one I make negative? Top or the bottom? No, it does not matter. It does not matter. Dustin, are you okay? Or are you fixing to be sick? All right. All right, I'm going to cancel out the reciprocals because those cancel out. I love seeing everybody copy. Okay. What's left on the left side? Okay. What does it equal? What's it equal? It is negative 10. How did you get that? This would give me negative 60 divided by 6, which is negative 10. If you had to use a calculator on this, make sure you put, if I was putting this in a calculator, it would be 12 times, then I'd need a parenthesis, negative 5 divided by 6. Yes? All right. Now let's get to the new stuff. Two-step equations. Thank you. Now, if I am solving an equation, I still need to get the variable by itself, yes? All right. So maybe I have something that looks like number 9. 6x plus 8 equals 50. And I need to undo everything that's been done to x, okay? Now, when we simplify things, Dustin, what order do we simplify things in? You're exactly right, Max. Say it louder. PEMDAS. That's how we simplify. But Dustin, you can do this one then. How do you think we solve? If we PEMDAS to simplify, how do we undo simplifying? We go backwards PEMDAS. I call it sad math. No, you're not going to sound stupid. All right, so look. Everybody knows PEMDAS, yes? You'll want to write this somewhere on your paper. PEMDAS simplifies to undo or solve. We do SADMAP, okay? Or SADMAP. All right, so the first thing that we're going to look for, so this is simplify. This is solve, okay? We want to undo addition, subtraction first, and then we'll undo the multiplication, division, okay? We won't get to these other two just yet. Today we'll focus just on those. So addition, subtraction first, multiplication, division next. So looking at this equation, what's the first thing I need to undo to get x by itself? The 8. How do I get rid of it? That's right, subtract 8. If I subtract 8 here, I got to subtract it here also. Is everybody with me? Dustin? 6x equals what? 42. So that's the smart pass. The what? The way you need to go. Fill out your smart pass. All right, now what do I need to do to get x by itself? Divide by 6, right? Because it's multiplied, I need to do opposite. Well, I'll tell you what, Jose, you're going to do the next one. 42 divided by 6 is? Yes, Brandon, yes. I always get excited because I think y'all are fixing to add something good. Yes, fill out your smart pass. All right, boys. Okay, fill out your smart pass. All right. Look at number 11. 13 equals negative 4k plus 9. Jose, you actually know how to do this. What do I do first? That's exactly right. So if I minus 9 here and I minus 9 here, what's 13 minus 9? 4 equals, I've got negative 4k, and the 9s are gone, right? Because I just did the 0. Look at you. Divide by negative 4. What's 4 divided by negative 4? Close. Negative 1. All right. Let's kick it up a notch. Do a little bit harder. Let's do 15. He can find it. It's right by the girls' bathroom. You might not can go right now. All right, what to do first? Subtract 22. That's exactly right. All right, I'm trying to trick you a little bit. This one's a little trickier than what we've been doing. Okay, in just a minute. Not yet, but in just a minute. All right, so I've got 26, because 20, oh, not 26, just 6, right? So Jose's jumping ahead, and he's going ahead to flipping something. What are you flipping, where, and why? Okay, that's exactly right. I need to get rid of that 3/5, right? And in order to get rid of it, I got to flip it over and multiply. So times 5/3 times 5/3. Now, what happens when you multiply? What are these called again? It starts with an R. Reciprocals. What happens when you multiply reciprocals together? They cancel out. They cancel out. That's exactly right. So if this cancels, I got x equals, what does it equal? Which is 10. That's exactly right. All right, a couple on the bottom to watch out for, and then I'm going to set you loose. Look at everybody look at number 19, because these, even my AP calculus kids look at these sometimes and go, I don't know what to do, because they look funny. Read this equation. Read it out loud. X plus 11 divided by 8 equals -3. What should I do first? Because I told you addition subtraction comes first, but something funny is going on here. Do you agree that I could do this and it be the same? That really those are in parentheses up there that you don't see. In my order that I saw them, what comes last? Parentheses comes last. So what should I do? What should I get rid of first to get x by itself? The division. How do I get rid of that division? Multiply. So I'm going to multiply by what? 8. Because everything's being divided by 8, the whole entire side, then I'm going to take this whole entire side and multiply by 8, and multiply this whole entire side by 8. You see? So now these 8s are gone. Negative what? -24. Now what do I do? That's right. What's x equal? All right. Let's do one more before I set you loose. Let's do 20. Let's do 20. No? Which one? 20? 20. What should I do first to get in by itself? -2. Multiply it. That's exactly right. I'm going to multiply, boys. -2 and -2. Now, the whole point in this is that these go away, yes? So n minus 5 equals, what's -7 times -2? 14. Two negatives multiplied to give you a positive. That's exactly right. Now what? +5. Tell me what you think, since n equals 19. What do you think about 1 and 2 step equations? Easy?